Hey guys, ever since Xenia came out, I wanted to play Rise of a Ninja and the Broken Bond. However, I also wanted to try out other 360 games, but the emulator way back then didn't really work that well with most games. And with the new update 2 years ago, you could finally play a whole bunch of new games on the Xenia emulator smoothly, and it runs well now. And that's great. So yeah, today I'm going to talk about Asura's Wrath, which is one of the games that I wanted to play. I know it's out on the PS3 as well, which I could have played on the PS3 emulator. However, I did not know that, so I thought it was a 360 exclusive, which is why I waited until I could play it on Xenia. So yeah, let's talk about it. So first of all, when I first loaded that game, I thought that I had default settings on. So now what I'm saying is that I had default settings. However, there was one setting changed, and I'll tell you what that is. It's a bit of a surprise, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I booted the game. It ran well. The game was running at a smooth 25 FPS, which I know it's not really smooth. However, it wasn't jarring, to be honest. It ran fine. It hopped around between 30 and 25 FPS, which I found was very weird. And to top it all off, there was a lot of green artifacting, especially in episode 1 and episode 5 in particular, because at episode 5 I decided to look at the settings, but the artifacts were in episode 1 and 5. So yeah, I saw these green artifacts. Hopefully I can show you the artifacts. If I can't, I'm sorry, because Xenia got updated since the last time I played it, so I'll try to recreate those artifacts. So yeah, there was all these artifacting and 25 FPS, so I was like a little bit salty, So I entered the settings, and it turned out I was not playing on default settings. I had 2x resolution scaling, which was amazing. My laptop, which I used to record and play these games, is good. It's good, it's good enough. However, I did not think I could play with 2x resolution scaling. So what was happening is that I was playing at 1440p without even knowing it, which was amazing. However, the artifacts were, very apparent. The 25 FPS is fine. You can live with that. Now that I have recorded it with the new update, the performance seems better than it was. I don't know if it actually is, from what I remember and what I've played right now. The performance seems fine, but the artifacts are still there, and I, did the recording just now, so yeah, the artifacts are still there. I'm pretty sure you can change some settings to remove those artifacts. I'm not gonna bother because it's going to crash anyway, so yeah, just playing it with default settings, 1x resolution scaling, so yeah. However, when I reverted it back to normal resolution, so 1x, the game ran perfectly, to be honest. There wasn't any problem with it. It ran at a smooth 30 FPS, no artifacts. It ran really well. Most importantly, it was consistent. And yeah, that I guess is the point of the entire video. The game runs well. You can run it at default settings, which is really important. I tried other settings, it crashed, so make sure it's on default settings. And the best thing about it is that the game ran well on all parts. So the QTEs, which was most of the game, it ran fine. The beat 'em up parts also ran great. And now, as a mini review for the game, the QTEs are amazing. The soundtracks are on point. The beat 'em up parts, surprisingly, were more difficult than I expected. They weren't that difficult, however, there were some bosses that could give you trouble, and the controls are a little bit. They're fine, however, it's hard to control, but it's not really, so it's hard to explain. It's weird, however, it's you get used to it, and The game is amazing, you know, the episodes are awesome. However, my only caveat was that you had to download DLC to finish the story. And yeah, that's also another thing, the DLC ran well, so that's amazing, is that the DLC just ran smoothly like everything else. And yeah, so if you have a better spec machine, you probably can play at 2x resolution scaling without any problems. However, keep in mind that there might be some artifacts which you might need to change the settings to not get. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you guys think about you know, these shorter videos. This video is going to be around 5 minutes, maybe less, I don't know. I want to do an update about how Naruto runs. However, you know, there was an update around a month ago. I haven't you know, tried to play Naruto with that update yet. I'm going to try. And yeah, so hopefully performance is fixed, because on the patch where they gave you different scaling for the horizontal and vertical resolution, you know, the game just decided to want to crash a lot and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I had to change a lot of the settings every now and then to progress, but hopefully this is fixed in this new patch. But I'll get to that on the next video. Hopefully there is a next video. I am planning on doing more stuff. However, watch the previous video to know why that might not happen. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.